WWE just played all of us. Every single one of us who thought Roman Reigns was done, finished, sitting at home licking his wounds while Solo Sikoa ran the bloodline into the ground. WWE just looked us dead in the face and laughed. Hit that like button and subscribe, because what I'm about to expose is something the mainstream wrestling media is completely sleeping on. The OG Bloodline reunion didn't just happen because of good storytelling. There is a calculated, cold-blooded, deliberate reason why Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn are being pulled back together, and it leads directly to Wrestlemania 42 and the most personal, most explosive collision in WWE history, Roman Reigns vs CM Punk. If you think you already know the story, I promise you, you don't. Stay locked in until the very end, because the final piece of this puzzle is going to make your jaw drop. Let's go back. Let's go all the way back to where this fracture truly began, because you cannot understand the reunion without understanding the betrayal. Roman Reigns built the bloodline from nothing. He didn't just lead a faction, he created a dynasty. He took the Uso brothers, men who were mid-card tag team performers for years, and he elevated them into the most dominant force WWE programming had ever seen. He gave Sami Zayn, an honorary use, a man who wasn't even blood, a throne to stand beside. He gave Solo Sikoa his debut, his credibility, his platform. Roman Reigns gave everything to that family, and what did they give him in return? Solo Sikoa stabbed him in the back. Solo didn't just take the bloodline name, he hijacked it. He stripped it of everything Roman built, turned it into a street gang, brought in Jacob Fatu and Tamar Tonga, and then had the audacity to call himself the new tribal chief while Roman was still breathing. That wasn't a power transition, that was a coup, and deep down, every real wrestling fan knew Roman Reigns was never going to let that stand. But here's what nobody is talking about. Here's the part that changes everything. Which year did Sami Zayn officially become an honorary use in the bloodline? Drop your answer in the comments right now. Let's see who really knows their bloodline history. Roman Reigns' return wasn't impulsive. It wasn't emotional. It was strategic. And the strategy has a name, WrestleMania 42. See, people keep looking at this reunion on the surface level. Roman came back, hugged Jey, the crowd went insane, happy ending, right? Wrong. Roman Reigns doesn't do anything without a purpose. Every handshake, every look, every word out of his mouth is chess, not checkers. The OG Bloodline reuniting isn't about nostalgia. It is about building the ultimate war machine for the biggest stage in sports entertainment history. Think about it. Roman Reigns needs Jey Uso back in his corner because Jey is the emotional heartbeat of this entire story. When Jey cried, fans cried. When Jey got destroyed by Solo, fans raged. Jey Uso returning to Roman's side sends a message to the entire locker room, and more specifically, it sends a message to one man, CM Punk, because CM Punk has spent months now positioning himself as the anti-Roman, the man who will finally bring down the tribal chief for good. Punk has been cutting promos about Roman being a manipulator, a cult leader, a man who uses family as a weapon. And you know what? He's not wrong. But that's exactly what makes this so dangerous. Roman Reigns doesn't get rattled by truth. Roman Reigns uses truth as ammunition, and right now he is loading up the most powerful weapon he has ever had, a reunited, hungry, furious OG bloodline, and he is pointing it directly at CM Punk's chest. Now let's talk about CM Punk's role in this, because this is where it gets deeply personal. Punk didn't just insert himself into the WrestleMania picture by accident. Punk has been systematically dismantling Roman's legacy in the eyes of the public. Every interview, every promo, every backstage segment, Punk has been rewriting the narrative. He's telling the world that Roman Reigns is a coward who needs a family around him because he can't stand alone. And the crowd is eating it up. But here's the thing that should terrify every CM Punk fan watching this video right now. Roman Reigns has heard every single word. And Roman Reigns is not the type of man who responds with words. He responds with consequences. The reunion of the OG bloodline is Roman's response to Punk's challenge. Roman is essentially telling Punk, you want to fight the tribal chief? Then you're not just fighting me. You're fighting an idea. You're fighting a family that has been through hell and back and came out more dangerous on the other side. Jey Uso is not the same man he was during the first bloodline era. Jey went out on his own, faced the world alone, became main event Jey Uso, won the crowd completely, and then chose to come back. That choice makes him 10 times more loyal and 10 times more lethal than before. Jimmy Uso, who suffered, who was used and discarded by Solo, comes back with something to prove. And Sami Zayn, oh, don't sleep on Sami Zayn in this equation. Sami Zayn coming back into Roman's orbit means the most beloved underdog in WWE is now standing beside the most dominant superstar of this generation. CM Punk is walking into WrestleMania 42 thinking he has the moral high ground. What he doesn't realize is that Roman Reigns has already surrounded him. Before CM Punk, which superstar was originally rumored to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 42? Comment your answer below, and if you get it right, reply to someone who gets it wrong. But let's go even deeper. Because there is a creative and business layer to this reunion that WWE absolutely does not want you to connect. WrestleMania 42 is set for Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, a venue with a capacity that will shatter previous WrestleMania attendance records. WWE under TKO is not just producing wrestling, they are producing blockbuster events. And for a blockbuster event, you need a blockbuster main event story. Roman Reigns vs CM Punk is not just a match, it is the collision of WWE's two most compelling long-term stories of the last decade. Roman's story is about power, legacy, and family. Punk's story is about defiance, authenticity, and chaos. When those two worlds collide at WrestleMania 42, it will not just be a match, it will be a cultural moment. And WWE knows that the way you amplify a cultural moment is by giving it maximum emotional stakes. What raises the stakes higher than Roman Reigns walking into WrestleMania with the fully reformed OG Bloodline at his back? The answer is nothing. Absolutely nothing. This reunion was not a creative accident. This was mapped out. The seeds were planted when Roman came back and immediately looked disgusted at what Solo had done to his family name. The seeds grew when Jey Uso started cutting promos about unfinished business. They bloomed when Jimmy Uso looked Solo dead in the eyes with pure hatred. And they will reach full harvest at WrestleMania 42 when Roman Reigns stands in that ring in Las Vegas, OG Bloodline behind him, staring down CM Punk, who will finally understand that he didn't challenge a man. He challenged a legacy. Now here's my final take, and I want every single person watching this to share this video because this is the conversation WWE fans need to be having right now. Roman Reigns reuniting the OG Bloodline is the greatest long game move WWE creative has executed since the original Bloodline formation. It is the answer to Solo's Rebel Lion. It is the answer to Punk's disrespect. And it is the foundation of what will be the most talked about WrestleMania main event in years. The real reason the OG Bloodline is back together isn't just storytelling. It's a message to Solo Psycho that the empire he thought he stole is being reclaimed, a message to CM Punk that he has no idea what he's walked into, and a message to every single WWE fan on the planet that Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table, the greatest of this generation, is still here. Don't sleep on what's coming. WrestleMania 42 is going to break the internet, and you heard it first right here. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments, is CM Punk walking out of WrestleMania 42 victorious, or does Roman Reigns prove once again that you can't beat the head of the table? Let the war begin.